and I'm here with
Emily,
Gracie,
Nikita,
and this is the Petty Propaganda Podcast, Episode 2. Today we're going to be talking about internet and social media. More specifically, we're going to zone in on YouTube. So, do y'all guys watch YouTube? If so, who are some of your favorite YouTubers?
I watch YouTube on a daily basis, and my favorite would probably be Cody Ko. His That's Cringe videos, they're hilarious.
I watch YouTube every day. I watch mostly just David Dobrik because he's the love of my life and he's the funniest YouTuber.
I also watch YouTube every day of my life, and one of my favorite YouTubers is Emma Chamberlain. Her style is more vlogs and like her daily life along with some other things, and that's what I enjoy watching the most on YouTube.
Yeah, I would say that YouTube has definitely taken over my social media intake. It's the biggest platform that I consume, and I watch Shane Dawson. Of course, he doesn't post every day now. He's moved into more of like bigger content, like making these docu-series and things like that. And so I definitely get really hyped and love to watch his videos. They're really interesting for the YouTube world.
Well, all of the YouTubers that we just named post different content. For example, Cody Ko posts a lot of reaction videos to stuff that he sees on YouTube and other stuff that he sees online. So what are some other trends that you guys can think of?
I know a really popular one is a vlog style kind of trend. A lot of YouTubers vlog, and a lot of them are actually scripted, but some of the YouTubers, like Emma Chamberlain, do more lifestyle vlogs of her everyday life, and it's not so scripted, and a lot of the scripted ones seem more like prank style and challenges also. The Dolan twins and Jake Paul and Team 10 do all kinds of challenges with other YouTubers and influencers. Like the Dolan twins just did a challenge to look like Jeffree Star, which is also a makeup YouTuber.
Going off of what Gracie just said, she mentioned a YouTuber called Jeffree Star. His channel is very different from Cody Ko and Emma Chamberlain that Gracie and Emily had mentioned previously. He does makeup tutorials, makeup reviews, and stuff with other YouTubers who do makeup, such as James Charles. Sometimes he does it with Nikki Tutorials, and those are huge influencers in the makeup world on YouTube. And going off of that, as we mentioned before, the different trends, those can also be thought of as different worlds in the YouTube community, because different YouTubers have their own style. They have their own way of doing things, and it's interesting to see that because there's something for every person's personality, their interests. For example, I've always loved makeup, but I obviously didn't know how to do it in the beginning, and it's hard to pay for a master class, or it's hard to just find someone to teach it to you. So when you have a space like YouTube where you can just type in eyeshadow tutorial, foundation tutorial, and something pops up, it makes it very convenient for 13-year-old me through now to learn anything that I want. And YouTube provides that space for me, and that's something I always found very helpful from a young age.
I think that's so true and super huge, and it transcends even makeup. I mean, there's really a community for everyone on YouTube. Obviously, the Petty Propaganda Podcast is made up of 4 girls, but there's also a ton of guys on YouTube, and I would say the biggest kind of world, as you mentioned, that the guys fall into is gaming. Gaming has become
For sure.
Yeah, it's become a huge trend on YouTube. And there's all of these different channels that do live streamings of their games. People can play along and maybe get to play the video games with their favorite creators. And I think it's become such a cool interactive way that makes these YouTube, famed celebrity stars feel like they're right there in your home when you're getting to watch them play the same games that you're playing on your laptop or on your Xbox. And so I think because we're girls, it's easier for us to talk, generally about some of the, makeup and vlogs that we really do watch day to day. But we really do have to mention gaming because it's become so huge. But do any of y'all know any specifics about the gaming world on YouTube?
Well, speaking of gaming, I want to mention the popular YouTuber PewDiePie. He's actually one of the most popular YouTubers in the world right now, and he has 102 million subscribers, which is a stat that I found directly off of YouTube, and it's a crazy amount. And he actually started off posting gaming videos, so his main audience is a gaming audience, and those videos are some of the most viewed videos on his channel.
And his real name is Felix, right? He's from Sweden. So it's so interesting that someone like him is huge even in America, you know, I mean, across the entire world. I feel like people really know him and respect him as this amazing content creator, as they often are called on YouTube. So.
And so all this talk about gaming, I'm going to make a connection between makeup and gaming. So the basis is a makeup tutorial is watching someone do their makeup. A gaming video is watching someone game. The idea behind that is so the watcher can do play the game while watching their favorite YouTuber play the game. Do their makeup as their favorite makeup artist is doing their makeup. It creates an interaction that they don't even need to be near each other. They could be, like Emma was saying, PewDiePie is based in Sweden. Emma Chamberlain is based in LA. Jeffree Star is also based in LA. And I am based in Florida right now. And I'm still watching them day to day, like following their makeup tutorials, watching their vlogs, and all this.
I think it's interesting you make that point, because with typical celebrities, you know, we hear about, you know, mainstream celebrities, A-list celebrities like Beyonce, who are on our TV screens in the news, you know, wherever, and they feel more disconnected to us. Whereas these YouTubers, you know, we're right there watching them on our phones at 2 a.m. when we can't sleep. They feel like they're always there. They're always creating more content, and it creates a way more personal connection.
That could explain why YouTube is considered the second most popular social media platform behind Facebook, with an average of 1.9 billion monthly users, and we found that stat right off of Statista. And 90% of those users are aged 18 to 44, which is a very wide range, but it is a majority of the people that are using the internet today. And 51% of people aged over 75 are on YouTube also.
All this talk about stats really makes me think about when watching my video, almost every YouTuber I watch mentions this is a sponsored video, this is an ad, all these companies are sponsoring them. For example, Emma Chamberlain, she gets sponsored videos from Curology, which is an acne-based company that gives face washes and stuff to cure your skin, and that's interesting because companies target YouTubers who are based off of their brands, which makes sense because it is the perfect marketing platform. Another example is David Dobrik. His vlogs are pranks and skits, and they are more boyish per se, not to go on the stereotype, but if we're going to talk about the basis of his channel, a lot of males do watch his videos, and I'm a female and I watch his videos, and so do my other female friends. Companies that sponsor David Dobrik are SeatGeek, which is a ticket company, and he uses the money from those companies to further enhance his videos by buying cars for his friends, which adds more content to David Dobrik and appeals and makes his audience more appeal to watch him because it's so interesting to see the reaction from his friends.
I think this is all why YouTube plays such a big role in the public relations world, because these brands like SeatGeek that you mentioned, or Honey is another one I know that sponsors some of his other videos. They are, you know, getting this advertisement and this public relations airtime on a channel that's being blasted to millions upon millions of people.
There are about 500 videos uploaded every single day on YouTube. And I found a very interesting stat from NewsWhip. It's 7 out of 10 YouTube videos are sponsored.
Also be a disadvantage to people who watch YouTube videos either every day or just every once in a while, because these advertisements are played before and even throughout the videos, in the middle of the videos, and they'll pause, have an advertisement, and then the video will keep going. So this can be eliminated if you buy a paid subscription to YouTube but they disrupt the message of your video and you don't really get the full effect of the video.
And going off of disadvantages, another disadvantage would be everything that we talked about for the YouTube community sounded so good and so quick. How once you get popular, lots of brands want to work with you. But just as quick as it came, YouTube has a tendency of having it all go away immediately. For example, James Charles, a makeup YouTuber, and Tati Westbrook, another makeup YouTuber, had some drama in the beginning of the summer and like towards the end of the summer. And right off of that, James Charles immediately lost 3 million subscribers. Then that's a statistic from YouTube. And he was, in terms, canceled, which is like YouTube lingo for people don't want to watch him anymore because of the drama associated with him.
And I know that this was, this affects his brand partnerships. That's another disadvantage for these influencers is that, the brands that were sponsoring him, even Morphe is the makeup company that he creates his makeup with. And the Morphe Instagram account actually unfollowed him for a short amount of time because everyone wanted to hop on, the trend of unfollowing him. And
so did a lot of celebrities like Kylie Jenner, Kim Kardashian, like a lot of celebrities that he's worked with in the past.
All unfollow him just because of rumors and videos. And that also shows brand loyalty and friend loyalty even, because James Charles made numerous videos with Emma Chamberlain and the Dolan twins, who were supposed to be his like quote unquote sister squad close friends. And right when all that drama came out, just as quickly as the friends came, they left. And that also is interesting of the culture on YouTube, because it makes you question the friends you make. Are they actual friends or are they not?
It can be really harmful. And for, like Morphe, this makeup brand that we were just talking about, like they, were scared their sales were dropping. The palettes that they were selling of James, they were dropping. And that's happened with other YouTubers. We mentioned Logan Paul and Jake Paul and Team 10 earlier, who are some really big YouTubers right now. And they've had numerous scandals, and these scandals transcend the YouTube community. This stuff gets talked about on Twitter. It creates noise for the brands that are sponsoring their post. It gets talked about on mainstream news. I mean, I know that the Logan Paul scandal that happened a few years ago ended up like really on the mainstream news channels. It was talked about for weeks on platforms like the Today Show, NBC, these huge platforms, and all of that disrupts the brand partnerships that they've worked so hard to get.
So adding another point to the sponsorship aspect of YouTube, when YouTubers get sponsored, for example, Tana Mongeau recently signed a huge Fashion Nova deal, and that deal entails X amount of videos that she has to post wearing the clothes, talking about the clothes, Instagram posts about the company and how she wears them, Snapchat story posts about the brand. And so all the content that she created regarding the company, yes, is freely handcrafted, but there is a outline guideline aspect of the company.
So what does that mean for her subscribers? Like when she, promos this, why is that helpful to her? Like I know she's getting the money, but how does that help her channel and her content grow?
So all this talk about the guidelines that the company gives the YouTuber also has to benefit from doing the contract with the brand. So one of the ways YouTubers benefit is that brands give the YouTuber a promo code discount for the brand. So for example, Tana Mongeau is going to probably get a 20% discount for Fashion Nova. All the brands James Charles does collaborations with, they get 10% off. It's to the point that he has so many collaborations with so many brands. He has a merchandise shirt sweater that says use code James for 10% off. And this also allows more people to subscribe to both of these channels, because personally, I know I like to save money when I shop, and if a YouTuber that I love collaborates with a brand that I love, I'm definitely going to subscribe to this channel, and I know my friends are going to do the same thing. So this collaboration is extremely beneficial to both ends when it is done properly.
And I think it goes even further than just these brands that are trying to make money. I mean, from a public relations standpoint, if I'm running a nonprofit, let's just say like an animal shelter, they can now post videos of their dogs that are up for adoption. They can create really shareable content. I think is such a big thing. And I think it's important for, nearly every brand and company these days should be posting things on YouTube.
And another example of that is BuzzFeed, because BuzzFeed primarily started out as a news company, but they started posting YouTube videos, and now their YouTube videos are some of the most popular videos on YouTube. They have multiple different shows within their YouTube channel, such as Ladylike, where they post a lot of female empowerment videos, and Worth It, where they post a lot of food videos.
And Tasty's now getting shared on Facebook.
Yes, yeah. So this is just another way that a company can expand their amount of viewers and
monetize and capitalize off of this platform. It's such an important thing in today, and we can't emphasize enough that if you're a public relations professional in today's world, you need to be knowledgeable about YouTube. You need to be knowledgeable about the keywords and the algorithm that all lead into if your YouTube's going to get blasted and, go on to millions of people. There was a girl, Janelle, who does van life videos, and a few months ago, she posted her very first YouTube video, and the algorithm picked it up because of how shareable and likable it was, and it got blasted, and now she has a few million subscribers just from the past few months.
And honestly, that just shows me that if I wanted to make a YouTube channel and post a video as my first video, and to see all the good things that happened to Janelle, even though I know that probably might not happen to me, it inspires me to want to create content that I like, and maybe, just maybe, that will be picked up. And that I hope from that other people get inspired as well.
Well, that's all from the Petty Propaganda Podcast. Bye.
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 Bye, guys.
Catch us next time on episode 3 of the Petty Propaganda Podcast. Hey everyone, and welcome to Post Show Notes. This is Emma here. So episode 2 was full of tons of great information about YouTube and its connection to public relation in today's world. Now, I found a great article from Pushkin PR that sums up a lot of the great points that we were making in our episode about social media, specifically YouTube. So this quote from Pushkin PR says, "When building out a social media strategy for your company, the first platforms that might come to mind might be Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Instagram. While these platforms should play a large role in your strategy, it's important not to forget about YouTube. If YouTube conjures up images of beauty tutorials or comedy sketches that might be relevant to your business model, think again. Content on YouTube covers a huge range of topics that can be an excellent platform for your organization to share on your unique expertise with a captive audience." Now, the article goes on. It gives some examples of case studies and some different marketing techniques specifically for YouTube, but these were the biggest points. YouTube provides a large captive audience and an audience that is very engaged in the content that they're viewing. And when your company is involved, that means they will also be engaged in your company's message. So with that being said, you're going to be featured right alongside relevant content. The article states that by using relevant tags when you upload your video, you can increase the likelihood that your video will be seen by new audiences, increasing brand awareness and driving users to your page. So driving users to your page, this all has to do with, the clicks on your ads to your website. At the end of the day, the goal for your company is to drive potential clients to your website and to build this positive brand image for your client or your company. And YouTube is right now the most optimal way to do this. It's growing by the day, and overall we love YouTube, and we can see YouTube going further and just becoming bigger and bigger in the PR world. So there's the wrap up for the post show notes of the Petty Propaganda Podcast.